I'm Tashee.
And I'm Shamekia.
Welcome to Kool Aid Konversations.
Cause child, they be all in the Kool Aid.
And don't know the flavor.
So y'all come sip on this flavor with us today. Today we're discussing think like a man, but move like a woman. What does that really mean? Alright, so as you all know, today's topic is think like a man, move like a woman. So with that being said, I do think that concept is up to the person's perception, right? Yeah. And you know, you have a lot of people perceiving that concept differently. So I want to start by asking you, what does it mean to you to think like a man and move like a woman?
To me, moving like a woman, or thinking like a man, moving like a woman. Thinking like a man, just, you know, thinking like them, but still being a lady at the same time. You know, moving with grace, self-respect, you know, not putting yourself out there like a man. So your behavior.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. So what does the concept mean for you?
Okay. So when I hear that, hearing it from a male's point of view, when you thinking like a man, you thinking like, depending on what man you're choosing to think like.
That's good. Yeah.
You're thinking like how they would think, and you're applying it in a woman's way with women's actions, which can confuse both, because those two different ways, two different things, and depending on who you chose to think like, can confuse.
What kind of man you choose to think like.
Yeah.
I like that. So for me, I feel like that concept means to, going back to what you just said, what type of man you're trying to think like. So I feel like as a woman, to think like whatever man you are dealing with, to try to, and thinking like him means just understanding the way he thinks, so that in the way he strategizes, so you can know how to move in response to things he may be doing or saying. And so for me, to think like a man is just understanding the way that man thinks. So you can know how to move as a woman in that situation. Right. But that's a good point. Because I do feel like a lot of women do confuse that concept. They feel like thinking like a man means to move like a man. Right. So you got a lot of women out here, especially in this era, with I'm a dog, or I'm my daddy's daughter, I'm going to show you. And so
I can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it, I can do it. And they're really trying to move and act like men. So for the women that do that, do you all think that's a flex?
Hell no. No.
Why you think that's a flex?
You look like a whore. You look like a hoe. Yeah. No, it's not a flex.
So as a man,
now, I mean, why would you want men looking at you, you know, like that? You know?
Well, I was going to ask him. So as a man, how do you feel when you see a woman moving like a man?
Well, if she come out and talking about she moving like a man, thinking like a man, I just see it as, okay, you saying that you want to be a narcissist. That's what.
Oh, so you saying men are narcissists? I say 90% of them.
No, what I mean is, because I think people use terms and don't understand what the term means. And most of the time when you hear people say, I'm just thinking like you, I'm thinking like a man. Now, you thinking like a narcissist, because you done met so many narcissists and been with so many narcissists.
Now you're moving like
Now you're moving like one, and this is your way of just letting people know under the table, like, hey, I'm gonna show you narcissistic behaviors and mentality. You ain't really thinking like a man, because if you was thinking like some men come out and tell you like, hey, I don't want no girlfriend. I'm just looking for a friend, and that's it. You can accept me for who I am. That's it. Or you got some men who gonna lie to you. Yeah, you know what? I am this and I'm that, and then they everything other than what they said.
Other than that,
right?
So, you saying you thinking like a man, you moving like a man. You just want to.
But I think it goes back to what you said earlier. What type of man are you mimicking? You know what I'm saying?
The type of men that they've been with.
Yeah. And so if you have been with a lot of narcissists, or if you have been with cheaters and dogs, and that's who you're trying to move like, then I feel like you putting yourself out there, you know, to be labeled a thought bucket. You know, instead of as a woman, you saying, okay, let me go sit down and work on me and attract different. You know, because, you know, attract different and be different. You rather try to go tit for tat with the toxic type of man you have experienced. And I feel like as a woman, when you do that, you lose in the long run.
Right. You do.
So, why is it some men can move like that and they're not considered thoughts or hoes, but if a woman move like that, she's considered a hoe?
I think they still are considered a hoe. I call a man a hoe in a minute.
That's so.
Yeah, but that's still a hoe. I don't want you. You know, look how you move. You know, same way they feel about us. If you know they feel like we're a hoe, you a hoe too. I don't want you. You don't sleep with her, and her.
Okay, so as a man, do you see a difference between a man moving like that and a woman moving like that?
So when a woman move like that, who are we saying calling them the thought partner?
You have a lot of guys that'll be like, "Oh, she a hoe, she fuck, she'll fuck," and then but they be doing the same thing. It's like the same stuff you're judging this woman for. You do the exact same thing.
They go with who you were trying to be like in the first place. Because the same man, they're gonna say that, oh, she a hoe for moving the way I move is the same person who do that and then turn around and want to beg you and be on your porch or come stalking you or being behind you. So you just sharing the same type of thought of those low vibrating people. Because hey, if you somebody who out there, you know what you want and you going after what you want, I can respect that. Some people can respect that. A lot of men can respect that. Okay, she got there doing what she want to do.
Oh, I mean, they might respect that, but they're still going to be looking at her like she's a hoe. Yeah, they might respect that. They may even fuck on her. Yeah, but
he'll never make that girl his lady.
Yeah, he's still looking at her like she's low value.
Yeah,
I asked this. Then a lot of people question like, dang, how that girl got a man and she done been married for this long and she was out here doing this and doing that. And there'd be a lot more of those having men and having long-term relationships than the ones who were gonna criticize and be like, man, she a hoe.
Well, let me say this to that. You may see that, but I still feel like a lot of times in those situations, a lot of those women settle for low-value men or for men who they wouldn't normally go for. You know what I'm saying? They're getting in relationships and being with guys they kind of have to settle for. I don't feel like a high value guy, you know, a man of value would be with that type of woman that was out there sleeping around and doing everything. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as you saying like the women who would judge, I don't think it's judge. I don't judge. Yeah. So I don't think it's judging. I feel like a woman that just says, okay, you know, she kind of out there. That ain't me. I feel like those type of women are single not because they can't get a man. I think it's because the cost is high for them. Because they value themselves. The value is high. And a lot of guys are too lazy to meet that type of woman standards. And so they'll go for the back pocket. Or they'll settle for somebody they wouldn't normally be with. Because they're too lazy to do the work.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say settling. Because sometimes you know what you get from this person who out in the open and telling you, hey, well, you know, yeah, I sleep with people. I got a roster on mine. I got a roster. You know what you getting. And a lot of them people have been more safe than the person who telling you, nah, I don't got no roster, but secretly she's still in love with this dude right here, and the other dude who hurt her 2 years ago, and she secretly going back and forth with them and doing it in the depths of the night.
So having a roster, I don't think it's get you a hoe. I feel like if you over a certain age, you got a little roster. You know what I'm saying? Right. So a woman saying, yeah, I had a roster or have a roster doesn't make her a hoe. But I'm just saying, like, if she's actively out here fucking on multiple guys, most high value men are not going to try to make her his woman. He might fuck on her, but he's not going to make her his woman. Not a high value guy. I mean, hell, even some hoe ass niggas ain't
right.
They ain't even about to do it, because at the end of the day, men want a woman they can be proud of, proud to show off.
Right.
Even when they're out here being scum, sleazeballs, they still, when it comes to their woman, they want to be able to show this woman off. Like, a man can be the biggest hoe in the world, but he still want a woman he can put on the pedestal and be like, this is my good girl.
Man, I've seen men show off all type of women. Just like I always go back to the movie Pretty Woman. She was a street woman.
Right.
That is a movie. That is not happening in real life. That is not reality. So, even with, like you said, men showing off, it's a difference between, because, you know, some men do like to brag. Like, I was able to fuck on this person, this person, this person. I got this notch up under my belt. That's different from the one you call your old lady. You know, they say when a man start calling you his old lady, he ready to go war about you. This man, he might be showing her off because look who I done fucked on. You know what I'm saying? Or look who I got in the bag. But I bet he ain't calling her old lady. Now, he damn sure ain't about to go to war behind her.
But it's all about perspective, because we can look at it like this. We say sport people are high value people, but a lot of the women that they choose done been around in the same circle. Done been with the same men in the same circle and stuff like that, and then they'll still walk with her on the red carpet. And stuff like that. It's only a few LeBron Jameses with Savannah James who they done been with each other since high school. You got
So listen, when I say high value, I'm not just speaking on your fame or your finances.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that.
So yeah, you got some guys who have money who are still low value ass niggas.
Right.
You know, some of them be the worst. So when I say high value, I'm not speaking on finances or fame or anything like that. I'm talking about who you are as a man. And so, because we're talking about men, I seen this podcast with Love Dorsey, and it was a great thing. I want to ask you. She said, if you ask most men what does it mean to be a man, they can't tell you, or their description of it is not really, you know, what it really means or takes to be a man. You know, going back to what I was showing you guys earlier with Charleston White, a lot of men, especially black men, black boys, are trained to think you are defined as a man by how many women you can fuck on, how much coochie you can get, cookie you can get. They are defined, they feel like that's what makes them a man, like being able to go out and conquer and be with men and women. So I want to ask you, what does it mean to be a man?
Okay. Now, that term done changed throughout the whole year.
To you. I want to know to you,
so
what does it mean?
In today's time, what it means to be a man is someone who can stand up no matter what and take care of business. Also have the emotional fortitude to understand, like, my woman might not be the best, but I'm going to accept her. And what I mean by I'm going to accept her for everything, I'm going to accept everything about her. Because it's now more about mentality. Your mentality as a man has to be different. You have to be strong. You have to know how to be weak at times. You have to know how to be vulnerable. You have to know how to...
Emotional intelligence.
Right.
Yes. And you have to know how to speak up. That's a problem that I done had throughout the years, where I would change for the person that I'm with, but I would never speak when I had issues on something.
Okay.
So that's something that I had to learn. So just being a man in today's world, you have to be
assertive.
That. Yeah. So going back to what you said about a high value man, most high value men wouldn't look at a person and what they had going on from the moment they met them backwards. They're not gonna look at that. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not with your roster while I'm with you, hey, I can put you out there. As long as you up front with me and you tell me what you did, yeah, I did this with this person and that person. Okay, you laid it out there on the table.
I don't know. I think it depends on how extensive your roster was and what you were really out here doing. Because you can't hold someone. You can't judge someone by their past because people change from day to day, month to month, year to year, and you're supposed to, right? But at the same time, I do feel like, and I feel like young people should understand this: your yesterday will affect your today, and and your future. So the decisions you made yesterday will affect your tomorrow. So most high value men, I'm not telling them they might not go looking for what you had going on, but if you are a known hoe or a known thought, they're not going to want that attached to them because they worked hard to build a name for themselves. They worked hard to build a legacy for themselves. They've worked hard to put themselves in certain positions, and so they're not going to want to be connected to old girl from around the way that used to let niggas run trains on, was sucking on everybody's eggplant, or that were easy and anybody could fuck on. Not saying people can't change. You can most definitely can change, but I'm saying I'm not going to agree with most high value men. You might have some that will, but most of them are not going to want to attach their brand to something like that.
But if we talking about high value men and that's not based on income or status, and just a high value man as in their values and what they hold and what they present,
their character, yes,
and they present to the public. One thing about valuing, it's about forgiveness. Yeah. And it's also about, accepting somebody for who they are.
Yeah. So listen, if I can forgive you and accept you for who you are and never talk to you or fuck with you another day in my life. And I think people confuse forgiveness and access. Like, I can forgive you and not give you any access to me. I cannot judge you and decide that is not in alignment with who I am and where I'm going. You don't get access. You see what I'm saying? People confuse that, and I feel like, especially in the black community, we've been conditioned to believe that forgiveness means forgetting, or forgiveness means this person still have access to you. You see what I'm saying? I can forgive you, or I can even accept you for who you are, and I can also honor myself and say that's not in alignment with who I am.
Yeah, but it can also be what a lot of people don't like to accept. It can be two truths. Mm-hmm. Two things can be true. Mm-hmm. Like, I can forgive that, but I don't have to forget.
Right.
So I can forgive it and present you and treat you how you would see a woman supposed to be treated, but I don't have to forget it. That both can be true. But it's also, sometimes it's just easier when it's respectable, when this person will put all their cards on the table. You know who they are. They don't have nothing to hide.
Right. So I really think it's a personal decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you meet someone, you like them, and they lay all the cards out on the table, and if you really fuck with that person and you be like, okay, I know about their past, they changed, I still want to fuck with them. I think that's a personal thing, but I'm not going to say most would go for that. You know what I'm saying? Because a man, a high value man, might meet a woman that in that point of her life is on her shit, on her game, doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's rocking with it, and so he may decide, regardless of what you may have been or things you have done in the past, I'm still rocking with you. But I'm not going to say most now.
Then I say this: you can be high value, but are you happy? Because at the end of the day, it's about, hey, I got to take this person home and be with this person. I got to wake up to this person every day. I got to have this person in my space. And if they making me happy, and when I'm coming out and from fighting the world, fighting everybody on the outside of the world, when I come home, it's this person making me happy. When we do have arguments, it's this person willing to, hey, we both compromising from that argument, and I think that's part of being high value. Some women do place value in making men wait. You got the 90-day rule, right? Where women feel like they're gonna make the guy wait 90 days before having any type of sexual interactions with them, right? So with that being said, how do you feel about the 90-day rule? Is it a good thing, bad thing, indifferent? Like, how do you feel?
Yeah, with the 90-day rule, I don't think it's a good or a bad thing. I feel like whatever the man is set out to do, whatever his intentions are, in pursuing you, he gonna do what he gonna do.
Well, if you wait 90 days,
or a day, or a minute,
180 days.
Yeah, whatever they gonna do to you, they gonna do to you.
I agree with you. All right, so let's get a man's perspective. Do you think it makes men respect women more if they wait 90 days, or
does it make it less challenging?
Or do you consider her a thought if she smash you on the first day?
Right.
Couple of days in, as a man, what do you think about it?
In my younger days, 90 days, it depends on how I rock with you. If you were cool, because at the time, hey, I would mess with other people anyway, so it really was all about, hey, if she cool, then I'll wait.
But you still smashing other people in the process, though?
Yeah. But nowadays, she talking about, if she's come off rip and say 90 days, then we can do something, then cool. As long as you don't let me know it off rip, yeah, I can vibe with you. Then, because in the end of the day, I want to see who you are. And as long as you reciprocating what I'm giving you, the energy that I'm putting out to you, and you reciprocating it back, then I don't mind waiting or being there. But if you're not, then you can take your 90 days and
she might take them 90 days and go when she find out you smashing other people during the 90 days.
Yeah.
But see, that was when I was younger. When I'm
so
younger,
what about now? If you meet a woman you really like and she'd be like, I want to wait at least 90 days.
Okay.
So how
hypothetically, if I met a woman and she was like, hey, I got a 90-day rule before I mess with you, do anything physical with you. Okay, I'm cool with it. Thanks for letting me know. Don't play with me. Like you telling me to wait 90 days, but then you doing all of this.
What's all of it like?
Like if like I come over to your house, you got on the shorts, and you trying to be all romantic. You trying to be all romantic with me, and
she might just want some intimacy.
You getting
intimacy.
It's other ways.
You getting the blood pumping, and now, hey, stop, and we got to know. So now I feel like you're using that as a tool to just manipulate me. You being manipulative. So my thoughts today is, if you're using it in the right way, I'm cool with it. But if you're using it trying to make it seem like you're manipulating me or controlling me in a certain way, then no, I'm not gonna be cool with it.
Okay. So do you think would you look at a woman differently if she smashed on a first day, second day, third day?
No.
Why? Why was there such a strong no?
Because I feel like you know what you wanted.
Okay.
When I was young, I messed with this woman who, like, she was 40, and she just off rip. She told me, "Hey, this is what I want from you. This is all I want from you. This is what I need." So when you come to my place, you already know what you need to do. You know the job that you need to handle.
Do your job and keep going.
Yeah, and I respected that, because you like, as long as you ain't bringing that to my way, then I'm cool. You know.
No, so what if it's like a girl you wanted to like rock with like that? You know what I'm saying? And she want to rock with you like that, and y'all go out on the first day and the vibe's good, and she feeling you and y'all smash. Would that change the way you?
But I don't know if I want to rock with you just off of looking at you and seeing you like that, because you've seen all type of beautiful women or any type of woman. I can't say that off first sight, hey, I know that's my wife, because I ain't never.
Well, okay, but
I ain't never had that moment. So
okay,
rocking with you is something that we build over time anyway.
No, so what I'm saying when I say rock with you, this is a woman you do want to get to know. This is a woman who you looked at, and you may not say that's my wife, but I see potential in her, and I want to get to know her, and I want to, one day get to be, to the point where we're in a relationship together, and she smashed you on the first day.
Okay.
Would that change?
That helped me understand that I want to rock with you a little bit more when you on the first day.
Really?
Because that's a way you drawing me into you. Because again, I'm still don't know your personality. Like I would ask y'all, what you smash a dude for if you don't wait
basically
drink the milk before you back out.
I'll take it like this: you go test drive a car before you buy it. You don't want to buy no limit. let's say you don't waited your 90-day rule. Now you all invested in this man.
That's true.
Then this man he ain't well endowed.
So hold on, you gonna stop talking to her like you smashed her on the first day? That's it. She got a limit. She got a limit. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like
that's
if
it.
the coochie wasn't good,
so you don't want to get to know her
if the
because she got a limit.
I done had a few relationships. I done had a few relationships start off a one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a one night stand, and
it developed
more. Then I done had people who smashed on the first day, and it was like, man, she sitting here like a cardboard, like.
What's a cardboard?
She like a cardboard, like this table. She just laid there. And I'm like,
that was the first time. The next time.
Then I asked y'all, if you mess with a dude who not well endowed, and better yet, you waited your 90 days. You invested into the man. You feeling him now. The 90 day done came now, day 91, and now it's time to smash. And he pull it down, and he.
I'm gonna be mad.
Relationship gonna be messed up.
I feel like with the 90-day rule, it can go either freaking way. That's why I don't think it's a good thing. Yeah, I don't think it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's just a personal choice. But I feel like for women, if you're doing a 90-day rule, you should be doing it for you. Like, not because you want this man to view you in a different light or society to view you in a different light. Maybe that's where you are on your journey. Like, you fed up with just sexual connections. You want more of a mental connection and emotional connection. But I feel like it should just be a personal thing, because I feel like whatever a man's intention is when he first approached you, that's what it's going to be. Whether you smash him the first night, the second night, 90 days later, 91 days later, 180 days later, like,
it doesn't matter.
If he looked at you and saw your potential and he was like, this is the type of woman I want to be in a relationship with, if you smash him the first night, he still feel that way. Yeah. But if it's not you, it's not you. Like, if he just looked at you and like, she got a fat ass and I just want to fuck, and you telling him you gonna wait 90 days, he gonna wait them 90 days to see what that fat ass do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you done sat there and invested all your time. And so on the 91st day, he smashed. Day 92, he out of. You know what I'm saying? Or he done already put you on the list of someone he just won't smash. So I just feel like the 90-day rule does not dictate or denote how your relationship is going to go. Because like you said, for the woman, you could wait them damn 90 days, and day 91, he got shrunk. And now you done invested all that time, and now you mad.
But doesn't the 90 days, would give you like a connection, or not a connection, but like a chance to develop a connection?
Now, what I will say, I do think if you take your time before sleeping with somebody, but I want to just put a time limit on it. But if you take your time to get to know somebody, however much time that take, it will help you to get to know that person. Because I do feel like sex can confuse a lot of things. Because he might be a whole clown, and you don't even realize that these red flags is a circus because you dignitized.
Or you realize them, but you just let them.
Because you dignitized. Because you done smashed, and now you dignitized.
I say this: women don't use the 90-day rule correctly.
Okay, talk to us about it.
I would say this: strategically, you should use the 90-day rule once y'all done got invested with each other. Y'all are already messing with each other, and y'all in a relationship. Then you want to test the relationship, or you want to see how involved is this relationship. Like, okay, y'all done been in it for a year, and so you go and you tell your partner, hey, I want to do this 90-day rule. Hey, we ain't gonna sleep around.
After you know how to get
also smash the end of the 90-day rule.
Hey, well, I want to do this 90-day rule.
You done got a taste. You ain't about to just.
But you shouldn't be scared, because okay, if it's not all about sex, then at best 90 days it shouldn't be no problem. We shouldn't be having, now that we ain't having sex, now we having all these random arguments and just problems and situations.
Because if you lead with sex, like if y'all come into it hot and heavy and y'all done already been intimate and already have sex, it is gonna be a little hard to just all of a sudden
90 days.
I want to do 90 days. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I just feel like as a woman, you just need to know where you are at that point in your life. Like, I feel like your focus shouldn't be a 90-day rule or anything like that. Your focus should be your discernment. Like, you should be more concerned about how you discern people, how where you at in life and what you want out of life. You see what I'm saying? Because going back to what I said, some men, you tell a man I'm doing a 90-day rule, they'll wait you out to day 91. Versus if you're focused on what you want out of a man, out of a relationship, and you have mastered the art of discernment, you can already most times discern what a man want from you when they approach you. Like for me, for instance, if a man approach me and off rip, he talking about, you so goddamn fine, and can you send me some pictures next? Or if he talking about, just anything other than anything that shows me he's trying to get to know me as a person, I already know what he's about. So if he's already telling me or showing me what he's about what he's saying, and as women, we need to learn how to listen more. If he's already showing me what he wants about what he's saying, and I tell him, okay, I'm waiting 90 days, he's still gonna be that same nigga that talking about, oh, you fine, you pretty, you got a fat ass, I like the way you look, send me pictures. He's still that same nigga. So I feel like if you're gonna use the 90-day rule, you still need to use it with the correct guy.
But what are we thinking about though? Are we thinking from it in terms of single people, or are we thinking it in terms of when we want to be, and that's married? Because when I hear from long-term married couples, I'm talking about who done been years married and done stuck out through all type of situations. It done been more than multiple points in their marriage where they done went more than 90 days and they ain't touched each other because they done had to find the spice back in their relationship.
That's different. That's different from when you've already surpassed that. You've gotten married. You're in a relationship. Been married for years. Because marriage takes work. Relationship takes work, especially if you've been in it for years, and it do become times where the spice isn't there, and you do have to, reinvent, the intimacy in a relationship. But I feel like that's why a lot of relationships fail too, because men stop dating the wife, the husband start dating the wife stop being sexy for the husbands. Mm-hmm. So I feel like,
and that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm saying putting the 90-day rule. I don't think within the relationship.
If you're married, I don't think you should do 90 days. I think.
I ain't even talking about marriage. I'm going back to what we were saying. If we in a relationship and we done already gave it up and stuff like that. Now I'm saying put the 90 days in. If I'm a man, I'm like, I'm going to do the 90-day rule.
Well, what you doing it for? No.
Because I want to see. Because before I came out and told her, hey, I want to do the 90-day rule. Maybe I feel like she ain't being as spicy as it was in the beginning. Or I want to see if she going to work.
If you told me that, I don't think so.
That's what I understand that. But I want to see, are we both going to put in the work to make sure that we both happy?
But why the 90-day rule got to be the work you put in? So, like, if things are not as spicy as it was in the beginning, why can't the conversation be, I feel like we're losing that flame.
Right.
Let's try something different, babe. Y'all go try something different. But why would it be, I'm not giving you nothing? If the flame already died now, 90 days is not going to be the answer. Because
going back to the topic where we said think like a man but move like a woman. A woman move when she feel like she giving you the box. Hey, that's my work that I'm putting in a relationship. She ain't thinking about all the other stuff that you got to put in because, hey, I'm a man too, but yeah, I want to know that my feelings are reciprocated too. I want to know that you still find me attractive just the same as you did before we got together. I want to know that you want to work as hard for me as you asking me to work as hard for you.
But that's what the conversation need to be, but deciding to refrain from sex is going to really just make it worse. But
a woman can refrain from sex any point of time in a relationship, and she still expect a man to be a man and do what he been doing or he done started doing for a woman.
Listen, I think it's wrong if a man do it or a woman do it. If you withholding sex from your person or if she withholding sex from you, it's just wrong, and it's just gonna make things worse. If y'all have already been intimate, already in a whole blown relationship, whatever the issue is, a lot of times it be underlying issues, right? instead of you saying let's stop sex. No, address the underlying issue.
Right.
Address.
Why are we stopping it?
But that's the question. When you said, if I told you that, you gonna think like, what's wrong with me? Okay,
because that's not what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you is you want her to reciprocate your emotional, your feelings.
But why isn't that the first question that was brought in your mind? Like
so effective.
Let me find out if we having a conversation, me and you, right? And I'm sitting here telling you we in a relationship, and I'm like, hey, I want to do the 90-day rule, and your thought process is not why he trying
that would be why.
I know, but I'm saying the process. Why is that the process first, and not like if he sat down and he's sitting down and having this conversation with me, he's saying, man, I want to do this 90-day rule, no sex. So why am I thinking like, let me dig in deep and see why is he sitting down and having this conversation with me?
I would, but you have some people who would assume, just being honest, men are sexual creatures. So if you're telling your woman you want to refrain from sex with her for 90 days, some women might be like, well, he must be fucking somebody else, or he must be seeing somebody else.
They're gonna try to dig deeper though.
Yeah, but I would think they would, most would want to know and dig deeper. Yeah. But at the same time, as a man, when we talk about what it means to be a man, you the leader. You can't assume that this lady can read your mind. You have to be assertive. So if you're going to come to her and say, hey, I want to do 90 days, you need to say why. You need to explain why. I want to do 90 days because I feel like such and such and such and such.
And I'm glad you said that. So that's why when you saying doing the 90-day rule, most women, when they tell you in the beginning, oh, I'm doing the 90-day rule, they just say, hey, I'm doing the 90-day rule. Then now you have to, as a man, go out here and find out why she doing the 90-day rule, because that's not part of the conversation.
She might tell you I'm on a spiritual journey.
Okay, you telling me, yeah, I'm in a spiritual journey, but what do you want from me? That's the conversation. Because when you saying finding, if it's
let me show you how the conversation. Hold on, let me show you how the conversation will go. Hey, I really like you. I'm feeling you, but I want to take time to get to know you outside of sex. Okay, so I'm doing a 90-day rule so that we can just take that time to get to know each other and build on a foundation outside of sex. Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. Now.
Then I just tell you why.
Okay, so
okay,
I'm okay with that, and you doing that for you. So what's your expectations from me in this 90-day rule? Are you expecting me to woo you, show you how much you matter to me, step up my game in certain type of stuff, or and what expectation I can expect from you? Since you're not physically showing me that you like me, what other expectations I can expect from you to show me, to keep me going on this 90-day journey? Don't put me out here in the 90-day journey and you leaving me out here to starve. You ain't giving me no food,
if y'all already sitting down having that conversation, right? And I just said, I like you. I kind of just told you, I really like you. I'm feeling you, and I want to get to know you better. I want to build with you outside of sex. I just told you what I'm expecting from you, right? And also, if you want to say, well, what can I expect from you? You can expect my undivided attention, because we ain't focused on sex. I can get to learn you as a man, and you can get to learn me as a woman.
And when y'all do smash, it's gonna be
okay. So are you gonna be telling me you love me on a weekly basis?
Whoa! No, we just met.
I understand the L word is that's the first word that came to my mind. But I'm saying, are you gonna be telling me
I like you on a weekly basis?
You gonna be telling me you like me on the find an interesting way to tell me that you like me?
No, she's gonna be showing you. She's gonna be showing you. She just said you're gonna get my undivided attention.
So I want to ask this: the 90-day rule. We think of intercourse. So can you do, or would you do other sexual acts besides intercourse?
I wouldn't.
No,
during that 90-day period.
No,
so that's like
because that's gonna make it harder. That's because those things lead to sex, and I feel like you put yourself.
So no kissing.
I ain't saying no kissing, but as far as
don't
kissing leads to
no kissing.
No, don't kiss.
A pet.
Nope.
We go out on a date.
Girl,
at the end of the date, and when
Give me a church hug.
That part of me showing you that's part of me showing you I like you. So I ain't saying like no sloppy toning you down kiss, but like
that's why I was just telling you I need the food. The food ain't gonna be you showing me.
So with you with a 90-day rule, you don't want her to give you kiss, no little sugar.
Because now you're tempting me. The food to keep me moving is telling me.
Okay,
I need that reciprocation.
Okay, so maybe that's the conversation that need to be had. If a woman tells you she doing a 90-day rule, maybe you need to tell her, well, if I'm going to be able to last 90 days, I don't want no kiss. I don't want you to hold my hand. I don't want none of these.
Don't call.
They want you to do next on
okay.
Don't call me at 1 o'clock.
No kissing or nothing during 90 days. A pet.
No. I agree.
No pet, no kiss.
Yeah.
So y'all go out on a nice romantic date. You can't even hold hands or
romantic.
rub his arm. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. None of that.
That's you showing me and telling me that you like me.
Hold
hands. Hey, you don't plan the romantic date.
Oh no, I ain't playing no date.
And came up with it and put it out there.
No, cause
why you can't plan the date?
Yeah, you the man now. Going back to what is a man? You the leader.
But again, we in a relationship.
You still gotta court her.
I'm courting you, and you should be courting me as well. Hey, if you ain't giving me, I don't have to have physical reaction from you all the time. But at best, show me that you want me. Hey, I want to be spoiled. We got sugar mom. We got sugar.
Yeah, a woman naturally gonna show you she wants you.
So listen, I think what men mess up at is your focus need to be on courting that woman, right? You court her, you show her how you are as a man. She's naturally going to, I cook, come on, we gonna get some food, or you at work, I'm gonna bring you a plate. You know, but for you to sit back and test her, because I don't like to test it, or to say you need to be planning dates too, that is sort of like you want a woman to court and pursue you. You the man. Like, if you just focus on being the man, courting that woman, she's going to naturally do all those things you want her to do. But if you trying to tell her that's your expectation, she's gonna be like, "Oh hell no."
What I mean is this: if I tell you, hey baby, you know I like to watch basketball.
If you know what you need to do,
and then we both done agreed to go on this 90-day rule. I'm trying to see how much attention have you paid to me. So hey baby, I got these tickets to the game. You want to go?
Listen, but then what you need to understand, right? If you are courting her and doing what you need to do, right? Because if she's listening to you, right? She know you like basketball. It might be a game night. She might be like, come over here, watch the game with me. She might have you a whole spread out. Have the game already on for you. Have a meal cooked for you.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
But for you to say, but if you telling her that's your expectations and
that's not me. I never said I'm telling her that, but I'm just saying if we in the 90-day rule now,
you're gonna be paying attention.
I'm gonna be paying more attention to those type of things. Are you doing that?
So it would have been best for her just smash you on the first night, because then you won't be expecting it or looking for that then.
No, you gonna.
You said if we're doing a 90-day rule.
As in.
So would you be looking for that regardless?
See, he's speaking in terms of being in a relationship.
Yes.
We speak. Dating. Yeah, we fresh, just met, single, getting to know each other.
But that's why I said 90-day rule really don't work when you just getting to know each other. In my mind. Now,
even though I ain't, it doesn't matter to me about waiting
because
90 or.
In the back of y'all mind, you already thinking that the man he only gonna play the part until the 91 day. Then he gonna get it, and then now he gonna show his real self to me.
Yeah, how you thinking, Brian?
I think whenever you meet anybody, you're meeting the pretender. You're never meeting the real person. So what I will say about waiting and not putting no time stamp on it, 90 days, 100 days, but I do feel like if you take your time, slowly that mask will come off and you will get to see the real person. So I do kind of feel like for women, if you're gonna do the 90 day, don't tell them, because if you do, they're gonna polish that mask and wear it even harder until day 91. So I do.
And if you're gonna do the 90-day rule in the beginning, give the energy where you make a person feel like, hey, I can come over their house. the energy so good, I can kick off my shoes and I can just let my hair down and be myself. If you ever meet a guy and he give you so much, and he give you so much energy that you feel like, hey, I don't have to put on the makeup and I don't have to get up before him and make up my face. And he can see me how I'm looking.
Those are things later on down the line. But if we're dating, because I don't let everybody just come to my house because I haven't gotten to know you that well yet. You might be a stalker. You might be a killer, a burglar, a rape. I don't know you that well yet for you to be coming to my house to kick your shoes off. Like,
that's why I say give that energy off to make them not giving it to, like, making them
positive, good energy.
Like, giving the energy out that they feel like they can take that mask off and pretending to be something, and they showing you who they are.
Basically,
while you did say, hey, so you don't have to say, hey, we doing the 90-day rule, but you giving them the energy to make them feel like, hey, that I can be myself, and they don't even notice that y'all doing the 90-day rule.
With a mask on anyway?
I think most people are. Like,
even the women?
Yeah, because I feel like when you first meet someone, you're giving the best version of yourself. You're gonna have the nice outfit and clothes and nails. The guys are gonna be presenting their best selves.
And they're gonna be telling you, dang girl, you so fine.
And so I do think, waiting a little bit till you both get comfortable around each other to where it don't have to be all day. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that's a mask? I mean, just the way you dress, carry yourself. I mean, you just looking presentable.
No. So when I say pretenders, right? You being a pretender, you haven't met their real person. You don't know how they act when trouble comes up. You don't know how they act when they can't get their way.
Right.
You don't know
when they
money management. How they manage money. They might have kids. You don't know how they interact with the kids and the kids' mom or the kids' dad. There's so many other dynamics. Yeah. That they're not showing you in that moment because they're just showing you their best selves. So, that is a maze. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, but that's why during that 90-day period, you're dating and asking those questions.
Right. And that's why I said I feel like in those 90 days, that does give you the opportunity
to get to know them
outside of what they're presenting to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I say the 90-day rule is not a good or bad thing. I think it's a personal choice.
Yep.
You may be on, at a place in your journey where you tired of just sexual connections. Like, you promise yourself the next time I meet somebody, I'm going to take the time, however time it takes, to really get to know this person, because I do feel like sex can complicate things because you will start seeing red flags. But if you're not to put that devil dick on you, you're demonetized and demon dick. They've been on demon time with you, and so those
it'll alter some stuff.
The red flags start looking a little pinkish, and you start
green.
Making it
green.
And you start gold, and it's red, and you need to stop. So I will say that. You get what I'm saying? But again, I feel like the most important thing, instead of focusing on the timestamp, you should be focusing on your discernment. Yeah. Taking the time to really get to know somebody, because I feel like even if you smash them on the first date, you still should be trying to discern who this person is and how much access they should have to you in your life.
That's why I see why jobs be having those issues when they have them 90-day, 90-day, because a person be sorry on day one and they made it past the 90 days and still be sorry on day 180. We had no
that 90-day probation.
Hey, that's why I see why they put pressure on you in them 90 days to see where you're gonna be. That's why just like in jobs, they always after every 90 days they supposed to give you an evaluation.
Performance evaluation.
That's why I say the 90 days work better if not in the beginning of the dating stage, even later, because now I'm gonna see how hard both people gonna work, because in a relationship, once you done establish it, a relationship both people should work.
Of course. Yes.
Be working on it. And when people hold resentment, I know I do, when I'm being told, hey, I need to put in this work. This is what I need you to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do to win me over, to make me feel this way. And I'm doing it, but then I'm not. That's all. Every time we get into something, it's always that.
So, but listen. So when they're telling you things like that, are you also communicating what you need so that she can't? Again, you can't assume people can read your mind. So if your spouse is communicating to you, this is what I need, right? You guys are sitting down having that discussion. Do you in turn say, okay, I hear you, I understand, but this is also what I need from you? Are you doing that instead of you just taking in what she's saying and trying to do it, and then you know, kind of thinking she just gonna do what you need and you haven't communicated it to her?
Yes, I have tried that. Now that's why I want to try to, hey, this is what I've done to try to make this work, to make this happen. And I'm telling you what I've done, so you don't have to feel like, hey, you just keep coming at me with stuff. What have you done? So
listen, I think there were a lot of men getting messed up, and I'm speaking from personal experience, right? I've had a guy tell me, I've done this, but that is not what I've been telling you I need. I'm telling you, I am bleeding from my arm. You don't put a Band-Aid on my knee, on my forehead, on my back, and those are not the issue. So I've had a guy, I do this. I appreciate all of that, but that is not what I'm telling you I need.
And that's why I want to do the 90 days in the relationship now, because sometimes a person have to try to find what you need by paying more attention to you. And I can tell you what I need, and you can pretend to, you can try to do it, or say I'm gonna just do it until, hey, I don't think he'll complain about it no more.
No, so I feel like,
because that's another thing of pretending. People still pretend when they in a relationship.
That's true.
They still pretend.
But this is my
just to get what they want.
Right, but this is my thing, right? When I'm in a relationship, I don't like to leave my spouse within a room to say they did not know.
Right.
I don't believe in playing a guessing game. I don't think you are a psychic, and that you can read my mind, and you know. So I am big on communication. I'm going to tell you, you know, what I need or what I feel like is missing. Now, whether you pretend to do it or not, you know, there's just something, like you said, it takes two to work on something. So if as your person, if I'm coming to you and I'm telling you what I need, there's no guessing room. No guessing game, and there's no room for you to say, I did not know.
But what you need tomorrow ain't what you need today.
What exactly? Because people grow,
and that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about that, people growing.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
But listen, but even with that being said, if you're in a relationship, you're in it for the long haul, right? Longevity. So this shouldn't be a one-time conversation. So we had this conversation this month, and we fix it, and then we get 8 months, a year down the line, and if things have shifted and things have changed, we need to sit out and come back to the table again. I feel like, again, that's where couples mess up. You should be dating your spouse all the time. Y'all should have date nights. Y'all should even plan where we sit down at least once a month and come together to say what's working, what's not working. Like, it's not a one-time conversation. It's not like a cookie cutter type thing. I feel like, as you know, people grow, the relationship grow as well. So that means we need to be communicating the entire time.
I feel you on that. Yeah. But I just also feel like sometimes women, that's why this 90-day rule done came up, because it's always something else that they telling you that they want you to do, and never put in perspective or think about, hey, what do this person need from me?
That's why I said y'all need to sit down and have it. She can't assume that you know, and you should not assume that she know. So when she's telling you what she need, open your mouth and tell her what you need in turn, and then y'all start working on that together. So overall, I don't feel like the 90-day rule will either make the relationship better or break. It's not going to make or break it. Yeah. Again, it just goes back to what the people's intentions were going into it from the jump.
And your personal journey.
Mm-hmm. So just, wrapping everything up, I do feel like as far as women thinking like a man and moving like a woman, they need to be able to discern the difference. Thinking like a man and moving like a woman doesn't mean you out here moving like a man. And then you have to, like you said, ask yourself, what type of man are you moving?
Trying to be like.
So if you know you're getting out of a toxic situation, or you always experience toxic type of men, those are not the type of men you need to move like. That's not a place. You know, and I just feel like as women, you just have to stand in your power. If you want to smash on the first day, smash on the first day. If you want to make a nigga wait 90 days, make him wait 90. You know, it's really up to you. But at the end of the day, be honest with yourself about what you want out of that experience. And then move accordingly by understanding the way a man thinks. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and conclude this episode of Kool Aid Conversations. We want to thank our guest, Daryl, for being on. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed you and your perspectives. So y'all just continue to, you know, click on, check us out.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.
Yeah, Kool Aid Conversations on the Go Tell group. Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Peace.